Class Rugby here on Cardiff Met campus. It's a new year, but the same prestigious tournament. We're here for round 12 of the BUCS Super Rugby League. I'm here at Rugby 1 on King Coyd campus, where Met play host to Northumbria tonight. We caught up with the Archers earlier in the week at training and got their thoughts ahead of tonight's match. Let's see what they had to say.
Cardiff Met is still very much in the running for the title as they sit in 4th place behind Durham, Exeter and Loughborough as we head into round 12. Captain Ewan Shenton, recently returning from injury, spoke to us about his thoughts about Met's current league position and their ambitions for the rest of the season.
Yeah, we're pretty happy. We're currently 4th in the league. We've had a few tough defeats away from home, but yeah, we feel like we're confident enough we can kick on after Christmas now, so yeah, we're happy. We're looking obviously to get in the knockout stages, hopefully get a home quarter final and then move on from there really. We're an ambitious team.
As well as Captain Shenton, there are a few other key players returning from injury. Top scorer Bradley Roderick Evans spoke about playing Northumbria next week and the boost that these returning players have given the team.
I feel it's going to be a big challenge. They put up a few different teams this year and I feel like they might bring a good team down here, so it's going to be a big challenge for us. Yeah, there's a few boys, the captain, Ewan Shenton, he's come back just before Christmas for the Cardiff class, his first start. That's definitely brought a boost to the camp. People like Ethan McVie, Ali to come back, Steph is going to bring a big boost for all the boys. It's just a bit more energy and training in there, ready to get at it as well, so really good. There's nothing better than playing at home. We always feel like we're better at home, but we need to change that into away form as well. But it's going to be a good one when we get back here.
It was a difficult last few rounds for the Archers, who had a number of away games against the top 3, sadly going the way of the hosts. The Met boys are going to need to secure a few victories away from home comforts if they want to secure a spot in those all-important playoffs.
But the Met boys remain unbeaten on home turf this season and will be looking to extend that streak tonight. It's worth noting that this is also the first time that these two teams have met this season so far, and Northumbria will be looking to prove their worth as they are currently bottom of the table. So it's going to be a great watch. Well, let's head over to our commentary box now where Griff McKee is there to take us through tonight's action. Griff, over to you.
Good evening and welcome to King Coyd campus. Tonight, Cardiff Met take on Northumbria. It's a new chapter before Christmas is gone. We are now looking forward towards the BUCS Super Rugby Championships. It's a crucial part of the season and it's crucial for both teams to pick up points tonight. Cardiff Met currently sitting 4th, hoping to push on towards 3rd, maybe potentially 2nd this season. Northumbria still looking to find that form this season. Let's take a quick look at how both teams line up tonight. Tom Workman starts for the first time this season with Nelson and Andrews in the front row. Bartlett and Langton then in the second row. And Telfer, Shenton and Rylands make up a powerful pack. Cian Richards come in for his first start this season with Ethan Morgan. Will Rigg and Roderick Evans, 2 old heads in the centre. And then Jack Sylvester and Denty on the wings. And Steph Davis comes in for his first ever BUCS Super Rugby appearance. Looking at Northumbria, Siddle and Harrison are the props. Connolly making his first start in BUCS Super Rugby this season. Ryan Gibson and Hopes in the second row, then Farmer, Handy and Hoyt in the back row. Fergus Dobson is the captain tonight with Will Davis as the fly half. Pringle and Obonna in the centres. Keep your eye out for Obonna, he should be a great player for Northumbria tonight. And then Freddie Clark, Ollie Williams and Oscar Yandel make up the back 3. Players to look out for on both benches tonight, starting with Cardiff Met. Louis Weston making his first appearance in BUCS Super Rugby. He's made a transition from the back row to prop this year, which is interesting. And Ethan McVie making his long-awaited return to the side. For Northumbria, Billy Nichols, keep your eye out for him off the bench. He is usually a leader for Northumbria. I'm sure he'll be hoping to make an impact coming off the bench tonight. As we mentioned there, Ethan McVie is making his long-awaited return to BUCS Super Rugby. He's a scrum half. Unfortunately, due to some injury, Ali Stacey, who normally starts for Cardiff Met, can't make his appearance tonight. But we are fortunate he's on the comms tonight. Ali, how are you, mate?
Very well, yourself? Thank you very much.
Yeah, cold, isn't it?
It's freezing it. I've got a hat on, no gloves, which is a bit of a mistake, but
yeah,
glad to be here.
We'll get through it. I'm sure you've got a massive coat on, branded and all. So, quickly, let's have a word on your injury. How's rehab going? What's it been like being out of the side and stuff?
It's been disappointing not being involved recently, but following my rehab and after my operation, it all looks good, and hopefully to get back fit and out playing again soon. Yeah,
fingers crossed we can see you back on the field sometime in the near future. Taking a look at the Cardiff Met team, if There's been a few changes in this team. We're seeing a couple of new faces, some debuts. What can we expect from the Cardiff Met side tonight?
I think the boys tonight are going to go after them physically and try and get some points early, and then in the second half look to play and really get some points and go for that bonus point later on.
Yeah, getting those early points seems to be maybe a little bit of an issue for Cardiff Met. Against Cardiff Uni, dominated, that first 20. Do you think maybe bringing in some new faces, Kean, Steph Davis at full-back, that might be that new spark we need going forward?
I think they will definitely offer something different from what we normally see, and hopefully boys will get around them, look after them as their first starts, and hopefully they can bring what they're good at to the side.
Yeah, as you said yourself, it's tough coming into BUCS Super Rugby. It's nervy. There's a big crowd here. How much of a difference does it make when you've got the big crowd here tonight compared to what it's like in the Championship on the weekend?
The Ultras, they're like the 16th man. They really get behind everyone and give you a boost when things are not going your way on the pitch, and just everyone's so grateful to have them, really.
Yeah, then let's take a quick look at and chat about the Northumbria side. Obviously, it's a team that's not doing maybe as well as they would expect to do this season, but they can be strong, passing the ball around. What do you expect they'll bring to the table tonight?
I think they like to chuck the ball around a lot. They're very expansive in the way they play, and play with like they got nothing to lose almost now, and so I think they'll be a dangerous side, and we just got to keep them under control.
Yeah, every game in this league is tough, and maybe it's jumping to conclusions looking at the league table, potentially seeing Northumbria at the bottom of the table. We can't take the points for granted here tonight. We've got to go after them early. Is there a strategy in place to go maybe hard early on, or are we reserving maybe some good players on the bench to come through in the end to get the points?
I think we'll definitely try and build a score, maybe look to go for the posts early on and get some points behind us, and then in the second half, I think depending on the scoreline, really go after it and try and get the 5 points that we need.
Potentially one of the reasons for many changes in the Cardiff Met side tonight is because of international call-ups. We're very lucky here. We've got Joe Cowell, Rhys Barrett and Morgan Lloyd being called up to the Wales under-20s. How brilliant is it to have those sort of players having that international recognition?
I think it's great for the boys, great recognition, and just shows that the hard work they put in is coming off, really.
And it shows another 9 getting some plaudits yourself. There's a bit of a rivalry, but a lot of competition there at 9. Are you all close, or is it some sort of rivalry, or pushing each other on is what you do mostly?
I think we push each other more than anything. It's good competition and really drives everyone in the gym and training, and when we're playing it gives them that extra edge.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries. Willem Vos is still out since the first game of the season, and there's a couple of other players not in the side, Matthew Marley. Do you think the boys are going to have to step it up again, another gear tonight, maybe with some players missing out, or are they just focused on themselves and not thinking about who's not available?
I think definitely tonight they'll be focused on themselves in the task in hand, trying to go after and get some points. I think boys obviously feel for the boys injured, but definitely now just focusing on themselves and getting a win.
I'm sure a lot of you at home will be noticing that Roma Zhang is starting on the bench tonight for the first time this season, and Jack Sylvester has been shifted to the wing. Do you think it's an interesting call maybe to play Sylvester on the wing? Obviously, before this season he hadn't played a fullback before, but now with Zhang there he's been shifted back to fullback. What do you think of that change?
I think Jack moving to wing is good. He's got really good feet, really fast, and obviously Steph coming in at 15 gives him an opportunity. I think Roma's maybe starting on the bench tonight as he picked up an ankle injury during the week. Nothing serious, just twinged it really, I think.
Yeah, it's good to hear that Roma Zhang is still in the side despite that slight injury to his ankle there. Steph Davis, I think this is probably the story of the evening, isn't it? He's coming in for his first BUCS Super Rugby start this year. What does he have in his locker? Is he a sort of Bash runs to contact? Is he a kicker from full-back? Because you can have many different styles from the back, can't you? So what do you think he'll be like tonight?
He's really good under the high ball. Definitely looks to beat the first man, and he's really good in attack, and I think defence as well. He's strong. It'd just be exciting to see him tonight, especially on a Wednesday. He's usually playing on a Saturday, but I think it's a great opportunity for him.
It's been a big break, hasn't it, in BUCS Super Rugby since the last game in December. The past 2 weeks have been sort of like a mini pre-season, if you like. Can you explain to us what have you boys been up to in the last 2 weeks?
We've been profiling a lot with Di recently, getting after our conditioning more often. I think we still in the gym most days and recovering well, but definitely they've lifted the conditioning we've been doing recently, and hopefully tonight we'll see the benefits of it.
Yeah, and now we can see Northumbria come through that tunnel of men. It's a rowdy crowd tonight from Cardiff Met as Iwan Shenton comes out of the end of the tunnel. The skipper tonight, he'll be hoping to make an impact early. Northumbria come to Cardiff Met, live on Cardiff Met Sports TV. Don't go anywhere, it's going to be an absolute great game. From here we can see Ethan Morgan warming up. He's a great player, isn't he? He's different to Roderick Evans in the 10. How would you say his game, benefits the team?
He definitely brings a spark in attack when he's got the ball in his hands. Up against Loughborough, he scored a great individual try, and I think he just looks for more opportunities almost, especially attacking from anywhere, and he's a good kicker of the ball as well.
Yeah, here at Kinko we haven't really seen too much of him, but obviously, as you say, away form has been key for him to holding his position in the team. Both teams lining up here on a cold night at Kincoid campus. I hope all the fans have their gloves on. Ali Stacey doesn't have his gloves on, but hopefully tonight will be an absolute corker of a game. We are waiting for the referee. It's not often you get this sort of error from a referee, but he's coming out now, making his way to the centre circle as two armies of men line up to face each other. In short sleeves as well, referee, brave call as Ethan Morgan gets the game underway. Cardiff Met against Northumbria at Kincoid campus. Northumbria take no time in booting it back into the Met half. He's through straight away. Can he go all the way? Oh, brilliant step overs there from Steph. What a brilliant start he's had to this game. The ball's out with Ethan. Can he hold it? It's a good tackle there from Northumbria. Platform is used. Iwan Shenton into contact. Electric start from Steph Davis. Straight away into the action as Will Rigg takes contact this time. Cardiff Met are going through the phases here. The ball's going out. Ethan Morgan pulling the strings. It's a long ball out to the wing. Charles Rylands. Can it? Ooh, challenge. Great challenge in the corner. He can't quite make it to the line. Morgan now. Into Telfer. Oh, good powerful run. Getting over that gain line. Ethan Morgan. Oh, no-look pass into the prop. Great tackle from Northumbria. But Roderick Evans, can he get the ball out? Will Rigg. Challenged again, Northumbria. Brilliant tackle there from 15. Is it in the corner? And it's over the line. It's a try for Cardiff Met. A fast start from Cardiff Met, instantly getting a try. One of hopefully 4 tonight for Cardiff Met. A quick start as we anticipated, Ali.
Yeah, definitely good. Great start from Steph there under the high ball, showing what you can do and beating the first man. And I think just building the phases and going through it shows what we can do in attack.
Yeah, and Northumbria's defence were backing off slowly, and then Iwan Shenton was there to convert and get over the try line. He'll be buzzing with that. He's been back in the side for 3 weeks now. How much of a difference does he make to the team?
He definitely makes a massive difference to everyone, not just playing in and around the camp when we're training, in the gym, off the field. He definitely involves everyone and brings that real professionalism to our
seeing that run again there from Steph Davis, instantly showing what he's all about. It's handy for us on commentary that he's wearing a scrum cap as well, so we'll be able to easily identify him. And it's a simple finish in the end, isn't it? Going through the phases, luring the defenders in. What do you think of that play from Cardiff Met?
Definitely good patience in attack, not trying to force anything too early, looking after it in there, 22, and just shows what we can do in attack, really.
Yeah, I'm sure Shenton will be happy to get over the line there. He's starting to rack up tries this season. He'll be hoping to catch up with Morgan Nelson, who's at the lead. of the try scoring list this year for Met. Roderick Evans from the tee. Oh, and just about off the post. Doesn't squeeze it over this time. Unlike Roderick Evans to miss a kick early doors. But it is 5-0 to Cardiff Met against Northumbria. A brilliant start there from the Archers. It's a tough angle for Roderick Evans, but he's just pushed it a little bit against that post. Doesn't miss a lot, does he, Ali?
No, on that one, reckon he missed his legs a little bit almost, but hopefully he won't be like that for the rest of the night.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be back on form with a kicking later on in the game. There seems to be another stoppage here. Does Roderick Evans practice his kicks a lot in training, or does he just have that natural ability, I guess, to kick from the tee?
I think it's more natural ability more than anything, unless he does a lot of it in his own time, which I think he does, but I think a lot of it is his natural ability, and he does work hard on his kick it with Chrissy Owen, our kicking coach. He's come into our coaching staff this year.
Yeah, credit to him for working in his own time and making sure that his kicking is on point every week. Northumbria get us back underway here in the first half, and Cardiff Met take the lead early doors. Good claim there from Barney Langton. The scrum half lofts it high. Can Northumbria be safe under the high ball here? Northumbria take it with ease as they look to pelt it back into the Cardiff Met side. They always seem to like going for the kick option for territory early doors. Ethan Morgan has seen a gap. The potential for a 50-22 was on, but is short. But he's there to make the tackle instantly. Steph Davis claims it, hoping to get the ball back out to Ollie Andrews. Out the back door. Into Jack Sylvester. He loves to get the ball to hand and go towards the defence. Cardiff Met a little chip into spaces. Stefan Davis in the corner in his BUCS Super Rugby debut gets a try. Fantastic start there. He's made a brilliant run from kickoff, and there he is to gather the ball safely and finish superbly in the corner. Ali, great start for Steph.
Great start for him. Shows what he can do, and really happy for him, showing that he's a good attacking threat, and it's a great finish in the corner.
Again, it looked a pretty simple finish again. Cian Richards, I do apologise to Cian, he was loving that as well. Two first starts of the season there, both loving playing BUCS Super Rugby together in front of the Ultras. And Roderick Evans instantly back on the boot. This is a preferred side for those right-footed kickers to draw it back in towards the posts. Hopefully Roderick Evans will be able to convert this time, as he takes that famous pose. Does it? And it's dragged to the left of the post. Another miss for Roderick Evans. Unlike him, maybe some different boots. I'm not sure. Ali, is there?
Yeah, maybe Santa got him some new ones for Christmas.
Yeah,
we need to ask him afterwards.
Need to get the old ones back involved. But Cardiff Met 10-0 up, 2 tries in the first 7 minutes, and I'm sure Danny Milton will be very happy with that. Northumbria get us back underway at Kincoid campus. Same route again, going towards Barney Langton as the ball is spilt this time, but Met regather. Cian Richards asking for support there from the forwards. He wants Shenton into contact. As the scrum half looks to get rid again. Can Northumbria be safe into the high ball? Ollie Williams under that one and pumps it straight back up towards Shenton. Spilt unfortunately forward. Northumbria have the ball here. Can they recycle quickly? Mass Siddle going into contact there. Now Fergus Dobson getting the ball out. Here he is, the man we were all looking forward to see. Abana on the ball. Into contact there. It's popped out into Ryan Gibson. Northumbria starting to lay the foundations here on a good attack. It's a cheeky kick, but doesn't quite come off for him there. Steph Davis takes the ball with ease, with a mark. A good start for Steph Davis, building confidence tonight, and he's in good form, isn't he? A fantastic start into that ball again, monitoring that back line. It's an important thing to do in the full-back position, isn't it, to monitor all the kicking options?
Yeah, definitely keep yourself alive and make sure you're ready for any chips in behind, any grubbers, but I think Steph has definitely got his position and spot on there.
Ryan Gibson into contact in the midfield. Northumbria still have possession of the ball, as Pringle goes into contact this time. The centres for Northumbria getting involved instantly. Quick hands there. The ball is out with Charlie Farmer. Oh, show and go there from Hoyt. He's another one to look out for. A great option from the line out and a strong run as well for Northumbria. A loose pass there, but 10, Oscar Yandel picks up the ball, but the referee brings it back here for a penalty, I believe, for Northumbria. It's a shame to give away a penalty early on, isn't it, in close to your own 22.
Gives up cheap possession and territory, and I think Northumbria will look to try and get a score here. Surprised they didn't go for the post this early on, try and get some points, but see what their driving game's like now.
Yeah, they must have confidence in their pack today to go for the line-out option straight away. We've got a big pack for Cardiff Met tonight. It'll be tough to push past these boys, won't it?
Yeah, we got really tall back five, some big old lumpy props, so see if they can get around them and over them.
Yeah, you can get away with calling them lumpy. It wouldn't quite sound the same if I called them lumpy. A good ball there from Northumbria, and the ball has come out straight away to the hooker. It's a good foundation for Northumbria, driving on. And the maul has been stopped in its tracks there. Northumbria will need to get men over the ball to secure it. Fergus Dobson gets the ball out to Ollie Williams now with the ball going into contact. But Cardiff Met all over it. Oh, they've been told to let go there. A change of approach going down the blind side. Mike Hoyt, again another cheeky offload inside. But Cardiff Met are pushing Northumbria back with all their might. And it's a penalty for Cardiff Met. Bailey Telfer with the turnover. The most turnovers for Cardiff Met this season, with 6 after that one. Just ahead of Matt Marley, who's got 5. I'm sure he'll be very happy to have an impact early on with the turnovers. The flankers are always looking... All the flankers seem to be very good at jackling, doesn't it? It's a strange one for all flankers to be very good at.
Yeah, I think in some sides it differs. The 6 and 7 look for different things, but I think in this the club here, I think every back rower goes after a turnover.
Yeah, Bailey was mentioning before the game that he was searching to become a leader in his own right in that tally of turnovers in BUCS Super Rugby. As Cardiff Met are into the Northumbria half. Cian Richards getting the ball out. Barney Langton driving forward. A great carry of the ball. Ethan Morgan, a cheeky kick for Morgan Nelson. Doesn't quite get on the end of it, but Northumbria have secured it with a penalty advantage for a high tackle as well. As they secure the penalty from Fergus Dobson there. And they get the penalty in their own 22, hoping to get rid of the ball here and dispatch it long. It's a good start here from Met. They're very positive in their play, getting the ball through the hands, and we've seen a couple of glimpses there from Ethan Morgan as well, with a couple of kicks and some grubs as well. Is that kicking game a big part of the way he wants to play?
I think Ethan definitely has a lot of variety to his game, a good passing game, good kicking game, good running game as well, and he's a good all-round 10. I think he really sparks something in attack for us, and the defence are onto him and looking out for what he's doing.
Yeah, he's got a different style to Roderick Evans at 10. Do you think having both of them in the team is important?
I think both of them act as pillars in attack, both offering something else, something to play through, and there's a good steal from the boys there.
Yeah, good steal there, as mentioned. And Barney Langton, ball is ripped, but it did go backwards. Iwan Shenton there to claim the ball, as the referee has called for a stop. Knock on from Northumbria, scrum met. It'll be interesting to see how this first scrum goes. It's always a tussle in the first one, isn't it? I'm sure, because as a scrum half yourself, you see a lot of the, I guess, the dark arts of rugby in the scrum. Is there anything in particular that Cardiff Met are looking to do from the scrum?
I think a scrum is a real strong point for us in this season, and before Christmas we've used it as a tool to set an attacking platform, try to get some penalties and kick for the posts or the corners, but I think I definitely wouldn't want to be in there myself either.
Yeah, you see these lads, they are huge players, aren't they? And the collisions that they can cause in the scrum is massive. Cardiff Met, Ryland's looking for a penalty there, but the ball is out with Ethan Morgan. It's a flat ball out to Steph Davis. What can he do this time? An offload to Roderick Evans with his dancing feet. Is he through? No, just about taken down by Northumbria. The ball, it has been stolen by Northumbria. Great play there from the away side. Urbana there with a powerful run. He is turnover. Brilliant. Jack Sylvester with a turnover. Not a man you'd usually associate with a turnover, is he?
No, I think everyone's going after a turnover tonight, but good from Jack, like working off his wing and getting involved early doors.
Everyone fancies racking up their tally for turnovers. Everyone getting involved here at King Coyd. A penalty for Met just inside of their half. And Ethan Morgan looking to punt towards the corner. Just gone over the back, and the touch judge is coming all the way back. It's a shame. It was a good kick initially, I thought, but just too long.
Looked like it was just going to be 5 meters out and be an awesome kick by Morgan.
Yeah, it was on track to be an awesome kick. Maybe a bit of wind. I'm sure he'll say there was a bit of wind on that impact.
Maybe tried his luck a bit too hard.
He went for it. You've got to commend that, the vision and the desire to get as many yards as he can. But a scrum, second scrum of the night for Northumbria this time, as Fergus Dobson, the captain tonight, looks to get the ball in. Cardiff Met looking to impact straight on. They've stolen the ball. Brilliant scrum there from Cardiff Met. And the ball is out with Jack Sylvester. Can he use his speed here? He's chopped down there by 12, George Pringle for Northumbria. Is he offside? The referee thinks so. It's a messy situation there. A messy phase of play. It's difficult to see from down here what's going on, but the ref has awarded a penalty to Cardiff Met. Ethan Morgan going towards the corner. Looking at the line now, as a scrum half yourself, do you have much say in what moves they do from the line out, or do you have a move yourself, or get involved?
I think definitely in the 9 and 10 we talk a lot on the pitch and feed it into the forwards of what we want, but I think the boys here will look to drive and test them out early to see how their moody goes.
Yeah, it seems to be a big feature in BUCS Super Rugby really this year, the driving maul, with Freddie Stewart, the captain of Durham, being the top scorer of the BUCS Super Rugby League this season. Morgan Nelson at the back of the maul here, walking forward effortlessly with those forwards in front of him, making all the effort and grinding their way through Northumbria's defence. Morgan Nelson, he's pushing forward. Is he over the line? The referee can't see. They're trying to recycle the ball and get the ball out. Morgan Nelson is convinced he's got a try there. And the referee finally awards the try for Cardiff Met. There was a bit of a delay there. It was a strange one from the referee, but eventually he does give the try for Cardiff Met. Morgan Nelson looks disappointed that maybe he didn't get it, but he's all smiles now. It must have been Morgan Nelson in the end.
It must have been awarded to him, but it shows our driving game is very strong, and I think we'll look for that a lot tonight going after the bonus point. Yeah,
the driving wall, is that something you work on in training a lot? I'm sure you don't train with the forwards, but do they train a lot on that?
I think in the unit sessions they practice it a lot after and before training, and the backs, we don't really want to get involved in all that sort of ugly stuff, so we leave it to them.
Yeah, I'm sure I would be the same. I wouldn't want to be involved in their mauls without those giants involved. Roger Kevin's now hoping to make this his first successful kick of the night. Further in field this time, maybe a better angle for him with that right foot. Hoping to add to his 151 points this season. And over it goes for his first successful kick of the night. Roger Kevins adds the extras onto the try, making it 17-0 to Cardiff Met. 3 tries in 18 minutes. Impressive from Cardiff Met.
It's good from the boys, and I think we'll definitely look to build on this, not take our foot off, and be brutal really now in attack and go after it.
That quick start seems to be the key to maybe getting the better over Northumbria, do you think?
I think if we let them into the game, they would get the tails up and try and throw the ball around a lot more, but hopefully now we can keep them at bay and keep the pressure on them.
It's a solid start from Cardiff Met, and Ethan Morgan has been involved heavily with his boot to the touch and creatively as well. Steph Davis unfortunately drops the high ball as Northumbria have possession. The referee has called for a halt here, and it's a scrum for Northumbria. It's a shame to see that dropped catch. Would that impact his confidence maybe?
I hope not, as he came a long way for it. It would be a great take if he took it, but I suppose you can't take every single one.
No, you're not wrong. It's a tough ask to come all that way and still make the catch. He was a fair bit away from that one.
But apart from that, he's had a crack in start and put a foot wrong so far.
Yeah, with his first try on his debut, you can't ask for much more than that. Cardiff Met again with the scrum, looking to be impactful there, but Ferguson with the ball gets the ball out to the winger Freddie Clark, trying to dance his way past Bailey Telfer, and another turnover. Not releasing, calls the referee. Bailey Telfer is not impressed with that at all. He wanted to add another one to his tally.
That's a harsh decision, that.
The referee is feeling cruel against Cardiff Met here, potentially because they are 17 points up against Northumbria very early on in the game, and Northumbria now looking to get back into the game from this line out. As we see some footage here of the Cardiff Met Ultras. I'm sure they've got their beer jackets on tonight. Might be a bit warmer than what we've got here, Ali.
Yeah, I haven't got my beer jacket on tonight, but
glad to hear it. Oh, great steal there from Cardiff Met as they get the ball out to Jack Sylvester. He's just bounced off. Pringle there got bounced by Jack Sylvester. Ollie Andrews with the ball in hand, pumping those legs, getting forward.
I think they'll look to exit here. Don't want to play much in our own 22. Hopefully Trig has a good kick here and keeps it long and on.
Yeah, it's not good to mess around with the ball too much in your own 22, because we know how easily it is. Well, seen tonight, the turnovers do seem to be in play quite heavily tonight, doesn't it? Yeah,
and the ref, I think, is looking for that. It brings a lot to the game, keeps it interesting and keeps both sides in it.
For Cardiff Met, do you tend to look to, from the 22, get the ball out into touch, or do you try and hang it up high?
I think the coaches like us to keep it long and on for them to return back to us, because we've got a dangerous back three with Roma this season being well under the high ball. Jack is as fast as anything, and Brad is a good powerful runner. We really want the ball back on our own hands and give us that counter-attack opportunity.
Yeah, Northumbria seem to be that a sort of side that do send the ball straight back to the Met boys tonight, especially. It's a bit strange that the ball, maybe a missed kick there from Kean to send it out, do you think?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have tried to keep it on, try to get a better connection with the ball, but it's a good kick nonetheless and gives us a chance down the scrum to try and go for a penalty.
Yeah, Cardiff Met with a feed into this scrum. Kean Richards with the ball in hand. Cardiff Met will certainly be hoping to thump this Northumbria scrum again, as they've done twice so far today. We've seen a slight collapse on this side. Ollie Andrews potentially with a slip. But the ref has called for a reset. He's going to switch sides here to have a look at what's going on with Ollie Andrews and Matt Siddle. Do you understand much about what's going on in the front row? The tactics,
when I put a ball in, I just hope it goes forwards and not backwards, and hope it comes out the other end nice and tidy for me.
Yeah, it's something that the backs try to keep away from, isn't it? The scrum is
I
very technical, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to go digging for the ball or anything. Us backs just think they bend over and push, but they'll say differently.
It's a great platform there from the scrum at Cardiff Met. It's a loose pass from Roger Evans, something we can't say very often. Northumbria pounce on that with Obana with the ball now, still pumping those legs, going into the Cardiff Met half. Dobson getting the ball out to Hoyt. Hoyt has been very much involved on this left wing, something we see often by number 8, the modern number 8, I guess, these days. Brian Gibson. The ball out with the backs now, looking to get it wide. It's a flat ball. Great pick up there by Freddie Clark to retain possession for Northumbria. A flat ball into Urbana. Again, the centre's getting involved. Dobson playing the ball early, increasing that speed from scrum half. Great challenge there from Richards, but it's an advantage, a penalty advantage for Northumbria. A free play here. What can they do from this position? Dobson trying his best to go on his own, but I'm sure the backs will be screaming for this. The wingers, they want it to hand, and the ref sees no advantage there as he blows up for the penalty. That position there, would you have expected Northumbria to do more with the ball with that free play, I guess?
I think there's a lot of one-off runners, and their 10 had to go into a ruck there, so they probably lost their main game. They get main player there who would try and bring a spark in attack, but I think it was very one-out runners and easy for defence. But hopefully now we have a good shot in defence and see what happens next.
Northumbria yet to get points tonight, are looking to go for the scrum option here. A brave call after losing their first scrum to Cardiff Met, and Cardiff Met seem to be the most dominant side in the scrum tonight. What do you make of number 13 for Northumbria so far, Chida Urbana? He's been getting the ball to hand a lot. He's playing for Newcastle Falcons. He comes for his first start. Do you think later on the game he'll make a difference?
I think he's definitely good ball in hand, and I think they'll try to look for him to bring that something in attack. But I think the boys have contained him well so far, and hopefully they can keep doing that.
Penalty Cardiff Met. Charles Rylands isn't too happy with Fergus Dobson holding the ball there. Always keen to get the ball quickly moving, Charles Rylands, and get possession back, even when the play is dead. Ethan Morgan then, looking to gain territory. Just past the halfway line for Cardiff Met. Plenty of space here to be creative. The referee did have a chat there with Ewan Shenton. Potentially ill discipline could be an issue this half.
I think there's been a few penalties now on our own 22, and the ref maybe just mentioning that to him and keeping the boys honest.
Yeah, I'm sure the referee wants to keep control of this game and make sure there's not too many poor penalties being given away. Cardiff Met with the driving maul here. Barney Langton going into contact. Kean Richards, he's gone back the other way. Brad Denty inside. A good step over there to lose his man and then takes contact. Shenton, flat ball into Ollie Andrews, pumping his legs. Has he got the gas? Oh, what a step, and he's just about been taken out by Hoyt there for Northumbria. But the ball can be spread out here. Ethan Morgan. Oh, fantastic there from Ethan Morgan. A dummy pass inside, but then goes on his own. The blue scrum cap goes over the line for his first try at home this season. What do you make of that, Ali?
It's a great start. great from the boys on the penalty in our own 22, kicking, setting up the maul, great platform, good tip on there by Ewan Shenton, and then just showing what Ethan can do in attack with the ball. It's a great finish.
A brilliant finish there from around 15 metres out. A show and go. All came from Ollie Andrews' burst of pace there, pumping his legs. Has he got the gas in to play potentially as a back, do you think?
I'm not sure. I think it might be the bright orange boots he got for Christmas. They might give him a bit more pace, but he looks sharp on the ball then.
Are they Nike, Adidas, do you know?
I think they're Adidas.
Are they?
But it's a brave decision that from a prop going for bright orange boots. But he's made up for it there.
Brad Roderick-Evans converts to add another 2 to the tally. Cardiff Met at 24 up against Northumbria here at Kincoid campus. Here's the try again, Ollie Andrews.
It's them boots, it is.
Orange and yellow, brave. I wouldn't wear them myself either. Fantastic try and fantastic dummy there from Ethan Morgan. Cardiff Met already have their bonus point. Is that something you boys have been talking about a lot this year? Since the new year, getting those bonus points more frequently?
I think we're definitely sitting in fourth at the minute. We've definitely thought we could have had a few games where we've gone after it more, but I think our first initial thought was getting a win and keeping Northumbria at bay, and I think the boys have done that so far.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic, thrilling start to this game from Cardiff Met. 4 tries in quick succession as the ball has been punted back to Northumbria. What can they make from this position? Bailey Telfer on that ball again. Charles Rylands, I do apologise. He fancies another turnover tonight. Urbana trying to offload the ball quickly to Dobson there, taking it into contact. It's a tussle here for the ball, but Northumbria hold possession. I'm sure they'll want to get on the scoreboard before half-time. Playing for Cardiff Met, we don't find ourselves in this position sort of 24 up or even 24 down. What's it like to try and hold on to that lead? Do you have to dig harder, dig deeper to retain?
I think it's keeping a cool head and not getting too ahead of yourself, and just doing the basics right and keeping what we're doing, and obviously it's working today.
A ball out to the wing. Jack Sylvester out to Roderick Evans. A dummy inside before he gets tackled by a Northumbria man. Ethan Morgan again commanding the ball into Telfer, who spills it here. Northumbria going the other way. Urbana with the ball. A looping pass out to the wing. Can the winger spread? Oh, just about Barney Langton. And he's trying his best to hold him up there, but he's been told to release.
Barney Langton's birthday today as well.
Happy birthday,
21.
Barney. Wow, good age, good age. I wish I was 21. 22 doesn't sound as great. I'm sure he'll be buzzing to get this, hopefully convert this win tonight and then potentially have a little birthday party tonight. Any plans?
Not sure. With the club shut, I'm not sure what will happen. Maybe a few jars at the pub, but he's having a cracking game so far, so he'll be happy with himself.
I'm sure he will be. Cardiff Met have started fast this week, which is unlike Cardiff, I guess, in the past couple of games, not getting them tries early doors, but this week they have been able to convert to make it 24-0. I'm sure Barney Langton will be involved from this line out. Of course he is. And Ewan Shenton. Oh, an orthodox from a number 8 taking the boot. Oh, what a great take there from Bailey Telfer. And the ball is out now. Will Rigg. Can he offload it quickly? No, he can't. Cian Richards getting the ball into Ethan Morgan. A looping ball out to the wing. Jack Sylvester. Can he use his pace? And it's a fantastic finish in the corner there from Jack Sylvester. What is the linesman saying? And the linesman says a try. The 5th try for Cardiff Met this evening. Jack Sylvester in the corner, using his pace effectively down the channel. He gets over the line to make it 29-0 to Cardiff Met. Jack Sylvester, he's got the gas, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. We work on it a lot in training, and I think Jack is probably, if not the fastest in the club here.
Oh, he's stepped one player inside out there. Freddie Clark. Unfortunately for him, that's going to look bad on his showreel, but Jack Sylvester will enjoy that, watching that one back.
It's a great chip and chase as well from Ewan Shenton, the 8. You don't see many 8s doing that in this league, and he definitely brings a spark to the team when he plays.
Fancies himself as a bit of a footballer as well, does he?
Yeah, I think he used to play for Swansea or Cardiff back in the day. When he was younger, I heard he was a good football player.
Yeah, you wouldn't have guessed so, would you? The way
Nah, he's a big old goose, but he's got good feet on him as well, I think.
Good centre back these days, I'd imagine. Roderick Evans going, hoping to put right the kick he missed from this angle early in the game. He's had a tester. Not quite going his way tonight for Roderick Evans. But luckily for him, Cardiff Met are raking in the points through tries, not kicks this evening. It's strange to see the boys getting so many tries and not using the boot of Roderick Evans as often, I guess, with the penalties.
I think it shows the confidence in the boys. We've had a good build up to this game after Christmas, and I think us kicking to the corner shows our confidence and going for the bonus point, which we've already secured.
Yeah, getting these bonus points in the second half of the season will be crucial for the Met lads. And going away, next 2 games away, do you think it's going to be tough, isn't it, to get those extra bonus points playing away at Beckett and Hartbury next 2 games?
I think playing away from home definitely plays a part in everything, but Ian Gardner, our head coach, he'll beg to differ and say it's still a patch of grass we got to play on. So we'll just see what comes in the next 2 games.
A loose pass there from Mike Hoyt for Northumbria, but they still have possession of the ball. He's got it back in hand here. A fantastic offload there, but called forward from the referee as Barney Langton looks to be injured.
Maybe a birthday beat on the floor there for him.
Might fancy going off early today to get a few jars in.
Yeah, or he's had a bit too much over Christmas, we don't know.
Another scrum here, looks like it's going to be Charles Rylands is signalling to the bench here. Barney Langton is on the floor, so is Bailey Telfer. Despite Met being 29-0 up, looking as if it's a comfortable game so far, it has been pretty brutal, hasn't it, out there with some big collisions?
Yeah, some big carries from Northumbria and likewise some big tackles from Met going in and vice versa, but I'm not sure if the boys are badly injured, maybe just had a few too many pies over Christmas, just taking a breather.
Did you have a few pies over Christmas, a chance to let your hair down?
Nah, I had to stay on top of what I ate, being injured, bit more time off my feet, but definitely now may have a pie or 2.
Is it tough then coming back from, I guess, as we've just said, if you've eaten maybe a little bit too much, gone out a few times, is that first training back gruelling? Yeah,
the first training session you definitely feel it and regret having that extra pie or extra slice of dessert, but I think with Di and Chris, our S&C, probably top notch and offer great opportunity for boys to get back into shape.
Is there, with, as you say there, with Di, ES&C, is there specific, as we see the try again here, oh, great finish, could you have done that?
Don't know, I'm not a winger myself, but I'll back myself in the corner.
Fantastic finish there from Jack Sylvester. He's got the wheels again. I'm playing in a different position to what we've seen so far this season. It's nice to see that we've got that adaptability in the back 3.
I think boys having the opportunity to play in different positions definitely gives the coaches more opportunities to choose a team around them, and just good for players to play elsewhere.
It's a good experience for the lads to play in different positions. As we see another scrum here, Shenton with the ball safely at his feet. The ball, fantastic tackle there from Pringle for Northumbria. And the ball has been spilt forward from Cardiff Met. Richards couldn't quite gather the ball safely. We see the clock here, just under 4 minutes left in this half. Cardiff Met are in a commanding position And it's fairly comfortable so far, would you say?
Yeah, I think the boys out there will definitely feel like they got a foothold in the game, and it'll just be now how they can come back out of the second half and see if they can repeat this performance, not fall complacent.
Will the boys be keen to add to that score difference, do you think, in the second half, or is it more about making it secure, being safe, not giving them any easy points?
I think we'd definitely be disappointed if they get back into the game tonight and score a few easy tries. I think we'd definitely look to keep them nil on the scoreboard.
A good scrum there from Northumbria with the ball safely at Hoyt's feet. A good carry there, strong from Oscar Yendel. Dara Connolly wearing the unfamiliar number 24 shirt. He's playing at hooker tonight with an effective carry there. A collision between the props in the midfield. Northumbria now, almost a perfect pass out to Connolly from Oscar Yandel, who has moved to 10 tonight. A late change to the Northumbria team. A loose pass, but gathered safely. Bailey Telfer doesn't quite get a grip on that ball. Cardiff Met here pushing Northumbria back effectively. It's been a physical game and Cardiff Met are on top, but unfortunately the ref does call a penalty there for Northumbria. Cardiff Met seem to be in control there, pushing them back with a defence.
I think a few boys just get over ego in situations like that, especially boys putting in big shots and good defensive sets. Everyone's looking for that extra bit, just maybe being a bit too greedy there.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd have loved to turn over there just inside of the opposition half. Would have been a commanding position for the boys. But the Northumbria throw just inside the Met half. They'll be desperate to get some points before the half. It would have been 3 halves of rugby in 2022 for Northumbria without a point.
That's an awful stat.
Do apologise to any Northumbrian fans. Hoyt, great pass there, brilliant line as well from 12 Pringle, but they've lost the ball. 2 Cardiff Met, and Met will hopefully look to dispatch this ball into the opposition half. The birthday boy going into contact. And the platform is being set by Ollie Andrews in those flashy new boots. It's a penalty. Cardiff Met. Again, similarly to the way Met gave away a penalty in their half, it's disappointing, isn't it? As it's an attacking team giving away, I guess, a cheap penalty like that.
Yeah, it really brings the attack down, and I'm sure the Northumbria boys will be disappointed with themselves in that position.
Another throw for Cardiff Met. Morgan Nelson, a very experienced head in this side. He's been playing for 4 years now. He's the top try scorer this season. He's been so secure from the line out, hasn't he? Is having Morgan Nelson as in that sort of leadership group an important figure for the team?
Yeah, he definitely leads on and off the pitch, and his performances make up for it, and him being top try scorer definitely shows his performances.
A knock on there from Cardiff Met does signal for half time. Cardiff Met are ahead here 29-0 against Northumbria. Ali, what do you make of that first half?
It's a great start from the boys and look really good in attack and in defence actually as well. I think it's just the real question now if they can keep it on and see how they go in the second half.
Yeah, Cardiff Met with a fantastic start here, 29 up against Northumbria, a solid start and a bonus point already in the bag. We'll go back now to Joe Penrose in the studio.
Brilliant. Well, Cardiff Met are currently dominating this match, but we're only halfway through, so things could change. We've already got a bonus point for the Archers, so it's looking pretty good at the moment. Some updates from elsewhere in BUCS Super Rugby. There are some other games going on. We don't currently have stats for Loughborough, Swansea, but the others. Hartbury playing Exeter. Exeter are currently winning 26-7. The same score, Cardiff Uni Bath. Cardiff Uni winning 26-7. And then Durham Leeds Beckett. Durham are currently winning 27-0. So looking pretty good for Durham there. Brilliant. Well, if you're a rugby prop and looking to raise your game to the next level, take a look at this.
The front row has evolved. Talent in the scrum and line-out are no longer the exception, they're the rule. And a modern front row needs much, much more to make an impact. The Front Row Academy has been developed by head coach Dr. Ian Gardner, scrum coach Alan Williams and strength and conditioning specialist David Watts.
The Front Row Academy is an idea, if I'm honest, that Alan, our scrum coach, has been thinking about for a long time, and it's really come to fruition this year. It's really about bringing, we have lots of props in the system at the moment at Cardiff Met. We're in a very fortunate situation. We've recruited really well in that area. So it's about really giving them the opportunity to develop into front row forwards in order to progress to the next stage. You know, lots of these lads who come to us have come from schools or colleges and have very little experience of playing against men, if you like, and so it's a big step up for them. So we recognise that. We also recognise there's huge potential here, and really we're trying to harness that potential and develop that over a 3 or maybe a 4-year period. So it's about giving these lads not only the idea of safety within the scrum, of the correct technique, the correct analysis, but that's hopefully then going to hold them in good stead as they move forward and progress within the senior game, and hopefully when they leave university, maybe even some of them go into professional contracts.
Far more technical. There's 8 men scrummaging hard. They're big men. Crikey, from when I was playing, we just used to follow the ball, you know. But now we hit every ruck and maul and just scrummage really. But now they have to lift in the line out, so which is quite a heavy bit of work to do as well. They need to scrummage hard. They need to get up and defend. They need to get into attacking shape. So it has changed massively over the years. The expectations on these guys is huge, which is why we felt it was right time to form this academy.
Well, I think we're in a unique situation first of all at Cardiff Met. We've got a large number of props, so as you've seen from the session tonight, they're always, every week, we're able to do live scrums if we want to. So there's a huge opportunity for these players. So I suppose that's the first thing, the sheer numbers. You're always going to have really good provision here in terms of having opposition against you, which not all sort of clubs and academies are able to do. On top of that, we're very fortunate with the performance analysis we have here. We have multi-views. We have a bird's eye view, we have side-on views, which really makes a big difference to the analysis sort of side of it. We spend time on one-to-ones with the front row in order to develop their technique. We review the games, we preview opposition and spend time with them sort of developing their game, not only from a scrum perspective but also from a wider perspective of the game. And so that attention to detail from the training pitch onto the main pitch is quite unique.
As a group we're quite tight-knitted as well. We've got a great scrum coach at the minute, Al Williams, who's, you know, he does fantastic stuff with us, and I think as well it's quite internal, where we drive each other. You know, we set up WhatsApp groups, meet after training, that kind of stuff, and do extras really.
The Front Row Academy aims to produce players that can compete at the pinnacle of elite competition, such as Cardiff Met alums Jack Yendall, a European Cup winning captain at Exeter, and Will Hurd, who has recently been signed by Leicester Tigers. If you would like more information regarding the Front Row Academy, head to @CardiffMetRFC online and get in touch. Join us and engage your potential.
Brilliant to see that about the Front Row Academy. We've seen plenty of front rowers go into the international stage. Joe Cowell and Rhys Barrett, two with the under-20s now. Joining me quickly at half-time is Alan Carter, former Welsh performance analyst in 2005 and has played for Wales. You've come down, you've watched Met play so many times. What do you think of the game so far tonight?
It's a great game tonight, Griff. We're playing some good rugby. We've been allowed to play, but we're actually executing, which is great, and that's what makes it is the style of rugby that we play, within the Met. So it's certainly been encouraging for me. Yeah.
You've played rugby at the highest level, but you certainly enjoy coming down to watch the students play. What is it about student rugby that you love to watch?
I think it's the atmosphere. I think it's the support. You can hear them going off now. I've got a good friend that played for Wales, Mark Brown, who I brought down with me because I was enjoying it so much, and I just wanted to see what he thought, because he watches club rugby throughout Wales, he watches provincial rugby, he goes to all the internationals, and he's enjoyed it as much as I have. So it's almost a sort of a support for what I'm thinking, because it is, again, the crowd are going off again. It's
like they do every week.
It's vibrant. It's absolutely vibrant, and you want players playing in that sort of atmosphere. And when they come out onto the pitch and you've got the drums going and the crowd cheering, I played here for 8 years, and we didn't have that level of support. So since I played in the 90s at UWIC, when it was UWIC, things have gone up a gear again. It's great.
Yeah, it's been brilliant, and the way the Cardiff Met train now is sort of like a professional team, and we see Joe Cowell and Rhys Barrett being able to go onto the under-20s team for Wales. What do you think of Cardiff Met as a platform for players? Oh, Ewan Shenton, can he go all the way? A fantastic run there from the captain. And Met are pressing again here. In the corner, is it over the line? Doesn't look as if it's quite made it yet. But Cardiff Met will recycle the ball. The ref does blow up. Ooh, exciting times. Almost missed that. Talking about, I was going to ask you about the pathway from Cardiff Met to the professional game. We've seen Donbran, Northumbria, two perfect examples. How great is it to see that players coming into Met and being able to develop to being able to play at the highest level?
I think what's being done here with Danny Milton, Ian Gardner, Di Watts, Alan Williams, the quality of the coaching, the facility, and what they're getting as 18 to 21-year-olds is far more than they'd get at actual academies in the regions. And I wouldn't hesitate if my son wanted to come here and develop his rugby through this pathway rather than the academies. Definitely, because I've seen stuff here that will give them more than they'd get anywhere else,
Yeah, it's brilliant to see so many players being able to go to the highest level. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, Alan. I'll let you go and enjoy the game. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Cheers, Griff. Thank you very much.
And we'll get Ali Stacey back on the mic now. It's getting past the bar. We've only got 3 headsets here, but brilliant to hear from Alan Carter, who's played on the highest level. As mentioned there, how good is it to have players go through Cardiff Met, Ali, and then being able to play professionally like Doms and Northmore?
I think they act as great role models for everyone and show that Cardiff Met here have a top class set up for everyone.
Northumbria have the ball in their own half as Morgan Nelson goes sniping for the ball there. Almost missed a try there, talking with Alan, with Ewan Shenton with a superb run, but unfortunately the ref deemed it to be double movement. Northumbria here coming out into the second half, hoping to have a stronger start. Dropped there by 10, Oscar Yandel, who's been moved from the wing. A fullback, may I change. Was that a forward pass there? A great tackle from Morgan Nelson. It's hard to believe that wasn't given forward. It was clear from this angle, but it's been dropped regardless by Northumbria. We go back for a high tackle. Do you expect Northumbria to be more aggressive in this second half potentially? Maybe bring on some replacements early doors?
I think they'll look to definitely change something, being 29-0 down at half time in the best places to be in. I think that now they'll throw the ball around a lot more and try things they may not have done in the first half.
Starting off with a perfect kick into the corner, and they've got a fantastic area here to try to penetrate that try line from the line out. Dara Connolly with his first start going over to receive the ball. They'll certainly have some sort of move up their sleeve here to try and drive over the line. A strong 7-man line out here. What can Northumbria do? And the ball has been lost. Cardiff Met have nicked it. The birthday boy involved again, Barney Langton. Certainly a good present on his birthday would be a win here at Kincoid. I'm sure you'd be screaming to dispatch the ball here, get it as far away as possible.
Yeah, I think the boys would definitely look to exit here, but
as the ultras get behind the boys, a fantastic way to keep hopes high and keep the morale up is the crowd, and the crowd do recognise that and get on the backs of the boys. A tough kick from there, isn't it, for a scrum half to get distance and safety.
Definitely Keane being a right footer as well, it's hard to kick back over yourself, but a good clearance there and taking us up to the 22.
Northumbria have a second chance at a line out here. I'm sure Connolly will hope to produce a better platform here for the men in black. But the referee has halted play for a line out that wasn't straight. The referee has been quite consistent, doing quite well tonight to keep the game under control.
He's definitely been fair in his decisions and not been too one-sided. And I think he's controlled the game well so far.
As we see another scrum here for Cardiff Met. The front row have been doing very well so far tonight. All three products of the front row academy that we've seen a promo of at half time. What do you think of the front row academy? Is it a fantastic way to develop forwards, especially props going forward?
I think Alan Williams, the coach of it, and heads it up a lot. I think he definitely offers loads of knowledge to the boys and shows in our scrummaging this year that we've won plenty of penalties and acted as a platform for us to attack off.
And if you're a young aspiring front rower or any position hoping to come to Cardiff Met, I'm sure
I'd definitely make your way down here to Wales.
As Eddie Jones said, Cardiff Met a fantastic feeder to the professional game and gives a platform to many players to go on to make fantastic careers in rugby.
Al Williams will be very happy with that penalty, the first scrum penalty of the game, I think.
Indeed. I'm sure they'll be hoping to capitalise on that area more frequently in the second half. Ethan Morgan goes towards touch and makes some ground with ease. From this position in the pitch, do you think this is the perfect place to try maybe a new sort of move and for the backs?
I think especially in this game and having this comfortable win, we will look to attack and try something new maybe.
It doesn't look to be anything special there. It's a trademark Cardiff Met maul. Morgan Nelson at the back of it. Now Ollie Andrews. Cian Richards takes the ball in hand. Can Jack Sylvester go all the way using his pace? He's going straight towards him, but a great tackle there from Northumbria. The ball is now with Will Rigg. The unit of a man gets chopped down. Richards again with the ball in hand. Ethan Morgan, what can he do with his boot? Oh, brilliant take there from Brad Denty. But can he go over? Not quite, as Cardiff Met set the platform. The referee doesn't like what he's seeing as we go back for a penalty for Cardiff Met. Looking to take it early, but the play has slowed down. Great take there from Brad Denty, as you said. All of our back three players are so comfortable under the high ball.
Yeah, I think they work on it a lot in training, and it's a great kick by Ethan Morgan as well there.
Another scrum then. Cardiff Met will be hoping to push over the line from this position or potentially squeeze another penalty out of the ref.
I think the boys will look to get a penalty here and give the back something to attack off. And I think we may be in for another try.
Yeah, looking for another penalty. We could, if Cardiff Met carry on with this terrific form in the scrum, could be looking at some cards maybe later on in the game for Northumbria unless they change personnel in the front row. The ball is with Ewan Shenton, but Northumbria scrum held strong there. Will Rigg, a colossal collision there, as the ball is now with Dylan Bartlett. Charles Rylands now carrying the ball well. The ball is being recycled very effectively, but can Keane get over? And he's over the line. Oh, the ref has called a halt. Got a bit excited there. It's boiling over a little bit here. And the boys are starting to get frustrated here. The Northumbria lads are not happy with what's going on. Some big lads going toe-to-toe there.
I think Charles Rylands fancied himself there, but don't know what the ref's decision here is, really.
As the ref has words with both captains, I'm sure he'll want to calm everything down a little bit there. He got a bit heated, but things seem to be settled. Was it a surprise to see the big boys come to help out Charles Rylands there?
Everyone there's a close tight-knit group here, and I think everyone looks out for each other. One boy goes in, everyone fancy themselves and want to back each other up.
Yeah, it seems to be a theme, especially in BUCS Super Rugby. All the lads always supporting their mates, always getting involved. If there's one going in, they all pile in quickly afterwards. What do Cardiff Met fancy here? Wouldn't be surprised if we see another scrum. Yes, it's another scrum here. Cardiff Met lining up. Here's the replay of the Richards almost getting over the line. What do you reckon of that?
It's close, really, really close. Great decision to go for it there. All the boys expecting a big forward carry, and just a shame not to catch him out.
Yeah, Ewan Shenton was right behind him trying to push him over the line, but doesn't quite make it this time. However, Cardiff Met have a perfect position here to push on and hopefully add another try. As we look to the bench here, Romajeng is lining up to come on. He'll certainly be wanting to add some tries to his tallies tonight.
Yeah, we'll definitely try and be catching Morgs tonight with some tries, as we scored, how many is it, 5 so far? 4?
Ooh, I believe it's 5.
Yeah, definitely boys will be out there fancying themselves now.
Good stat, man, Ali.
Yeah, great stat.
You got any other stats up your sleeve?
Charles Rylands is a top tackler, I think, the other side of Christmas.
Yeah.
Massive Liverpool fan as well.
Is he? I'm
yeah,
sure.
Loves them.
I'm sure he's enjoying the form of Liverpool here. Shenton now. Can he get over the line? And he's over. Easy finish there for Ewan Shenton from the back of the scrum. His second of tonight. And Cardiff Met add some more tries to their tally. Simple finish there for the number 8.
Yeah, it's a simple finish, but great opportunity, and he takes it.
A show and go, and he goes straight towards Fergus Dobson, who just can't stop him in his tracks. Northumbria weren't happy with that. Someone complained about a pulled shirt, but the referee didn't see it. It's hard for referees to see everything, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely when you haven't got a fourth official, but the refs had a good game so far.
Roderick Evans hoping to add some extras this time. Only 2 successful kicks so far. Can he add more to his tally here? As he steps up. It's up. And it's good. Roderick Evans with the kick to make it 36-0 to Cardiff Met after 55 minutes.
Maybe he changed his boots at half time.
They did look to be different.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm sure he'll want to keep the ones he's using right now. 1-1 in the second half, so he can't complain. The ball straight to Cardiff Met. As they look. Well, they've made changes here, Cardiff Met. Ethan McVie, he's on. For his first start of this season, what can he bring to the table?
Brings a lot of energy in everything he does, and he'll definitely bring a spark now. And boys may be flagging 60 minutes into the first game after Christmas, but he'll definitely bring it in all areas.
Do you find with the scrum halves there's a lot of different styles between you? You play different games as well?
I think in the club in general there's a lot of varieties in the scrum half. Some are more attacking. Ethan McVie brings it a lot in defence and he looks at that physical battle, but I think with the basics, kicking and passing, everyone focuses on a lot and has their sort of USP individuals.
Other changes, Roma Zheng has come on as well. Joel Broadhurst is on in the second row, and David Dai Ovori Manteau is also on in front row. Do you think making early changes will be making a big difference to the way the team plays, or the momentum maybe?
I think just scoring a try, the momentum's definitely in our hands. I think now it's just how easy the boys fall into the groove who've just come on, and see if they can either bring the same or add a bit of intensity to what we do.
It's Barney Langton who's made his way off. The birthday boy is allowed to have an early shower to be able to go out later on, I'm sure. But Ethan McVie here with his first involvement in the game with the scrum. Iwan Shenton with a simple pick up and drive. The ball is with Dai Mateo going straight into impact. But now Ethan McVie looking to get rid of the ball, and Roma Zheng will certainly be straight under this one. There's pressure in front of the Ultras, but a brilliant impact hit there from Iwan Shenton, I believe. The ball is now been spread out. Another massive chop there from Charles Rylands, but Northumbria tries to get the ball out. Pringle there getting chopped down early doors. Great counter-rucking there from Cardiff Met, and they've stolen the ball. McVie. And the ball's out with Jack Sylvester. He's got the pace. Doesn't quite make it past the man, but he's still going. But he's been tackled there effectively by Northumbria. Ethan Morgan. Oh, it's a shame there. It was a great position for Cardiff Met, but it is forward in the end. Some big hits going in the second half. The fresh legs definitely making their impact known.
Yeah, boys coming on will definitely look to try and get a hand in the game now, and whether that's a big shot or a break, I think they definitely brought some intensity.
Brilliant. I don't know what to say about that replay there. Yeah, nice. Another two subs being made here. Louis Weston making his first appearance in BUCS Super Rugby. Initially was a back row forward, now is in the front row, developed through the front row academy, and is now playing at BUCS Super Rugby level. And also Harry Sutherland, he's come on for Morgan Nelson. Morgan Nelson getting an early break here. Not normally what we'd see with Morgan Nelson, but he has earned it tonight. Have you got any interesting facts about these two who's just come on?
Louis Weston has got a, I think it's a Black Ops 3 ammo or something tattooed on his arm, which he got a bit of stick for. And Harry Sutherland is having a hair transplant in a couple of years, I think. Before 25, actually, so.
Fantastic insight here from Ali Stacey.
I don't know if Harry would have liked that, but.
It's too late now, it's got out live. No. You'll have to.
His airline don't lie, so.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be an apology letter in the post to Harry Sutherland from Ali Stacey. But the game does continue here with Cardiff Met against Northumbria, 36-0. Northumbria are still battling here. The scoreline might not represent the whole story of the game. Northumbria have been very good in possession, trying to make some inroads, but Cardiff Met ultimately have just been too strong and have been dominant in their approach to this game. Good platform there from Ethan McPhee. Joe Locke has come on as well, as we see him instantly getting involved in the play there. Morgan, a show and go again, and he's through. Charles Rylands, Ethan McPhee into the first team, over the line, and look at him, he is buzzing. He's had a fresh trim, and he's loving tonight. His first try of the season in his first appearance of the year. But it all came from Ethan Morgan again, didn't it?
He's great in attack, shows what he can do with the ball and without it, and he's got great feet setting up that try.
He had plenty of options. He didn't fancy giving it to Charles Rylands. He came back inside to give Ethan McPhee his first try of the season.
I think Charles may have struggled from that far. He may have got caught, but it's a great finish from Ethan.
And straight under the posts. He's been playing well in the weekend team. He's had an appearance there as the ball has been launched over onto the broadcast hut here. Cardiff Met add the additionals to make it 43-0, just over the hour. Cardiff Met dominant here tonight with plenty of tries. The boys out there enjoying it. Dav Chuetti has also come on here for Roderick Evans, which does explain why Ethan Morgan took that kick, adding more points to his tally for this season. Ethan McPhee then, the try scorer. He exits the ball into touch, but the ball does get taken all the way back to outside the 22, deemed to be taken out there by Ethan McPhee. I'm looking now at Di Manteo's boots. They look a bit shiny. New silver ones, you think?
Yeah, I think him and Ollie Andrews might be in competition, but see if his boots live up to it.
Line out here for Northumbria. Plenty of potential here, but the Ultras are all over him. The line out not straight at all from there, unfortunately, for Northumbria. And Cardiff Met will have a scrum, a chance here for some of the fresh legs to show off their power. How intimidating do you think that would be, being a hooker right in front of the Ultras, trying to hold your nerve in probably one of his first line outs of the game?
Yeah, definitely put him off there, and you see it in his throw, but the other on the other side won the best either, so I don't know if it's him or the Ultras.
Your last game here was against Bath, if I remember correctly. How much better do you feel it is when you've got some, rivalry in the crowd as well? Because Bath brought their own fans. Clearly, it's very difficult for Northumbria to bring their own fans. As Cardiff Met break through again, a fantastic offload to Charles Rylands. Can he offload again? Joe Locke going into contact. They need men to support here. Roma Zheng out. Oh, fantastic touch on there. Oh, and Joel Broadhurst over the try line for what would be the try of the game. Came from all the way inside of Cardiff Met's own half. A little tip on there in midfield. I'm sure Joel Broadhurst will compliment that tip on there. And the fans are buzzing with that. A brilliant, brilliant try from Cardiff Met. Joel Broadhurst going over the try line. Fantastic there, Ali.
That's a great finish, and I think boys, especially in our backs, have optimism to go the whole way, and Rhys Roberts, our backs coach, gives us freedom to do what we want, really, especially being this far up on the scoreboard. And Joel Broadhurst getting a try there, also known as Tic Tac Head in amongst the boys.
Props to Dylan Bartlett there with his fast hands. Maybe something you wouldn't associate with a second row player, but a quick tap on there to allow Dav Chuetti to slip in. Joel Broadhurst. Wow. Wow, brilliant. Ethan Morgan. Easy conversion there from Morgan to take Cardiff Met to the half century. 50-0.
It's a cricket score.
You wouldn't see England cricket score with 15-0 this winter. Big fan of cricket, Ali?
I used to play a bit when I was younger, but don't follow as much as I used to.
Fancy yourself as a batter, bowler?
All-rounder, I think.
Oh, yeah. He's got that confidence. The ball is back in the way into Cardiff Met's half.
Well taken by Tic Tac there.
Yeah, Joel Broadhurst, the man who got the try of the game so far. A team try, to say the less. And the ball has been charged down there from Northumbria. Brilliant there from the forwards. The ball is getting sprayed out by Northumbria. Changes in the back line as well as they hope to get some points on the board. Freddie Clark into contact. Asa, the new scrum half, dispatching the ball well to and now Zach Thompson with the ball. Is Charles Rylands blocking? No. The ref does have his arm out. A free play here for Northumbria. Can they do anything? Freddie Clark with the ball. Getting blocked there by Matteo. Now into Cam Wilkinson there with a ponytail. Bailey Telfer has the ball. Oh, Bailey Telfer was trying to hide the ball there from Karim Asa, but he was having none of it. A penalty for Northumbria. Will they look for the post to get some points?
I think they'll probably go for the corner now and try and get something. 3 points ain't gonna help them now. I think that's a harsh decision by the ref. Charles being caught there, tried his best to move, but the ref may be feeling a bit sorry for Northumbria.
Ali Stacey calling out the referee here live on Cardiff Met Sports TV. Northumbria, a great kick into the corner by Zach Thompson. A fresh pair of legs for Northumbria, who've made a whole host of changes in the second half. Seeing 3 changes in Asa, Thompson and Will Davis coming on in the back line. Will Davis, who had to drop out of the starting 15 because of an injury early on. A poor throw there from Northumbria, but it has worked out for them. Cardiff Met look to be all over that ball, but the ref hasn't deemed it to be a penalty. Roma Zheng was there, but the ref doesn't think that was enough for a penalty. Northumbria pressing here as the ball has been spread out to Obona, who gets chopped down. One of the star players for Northumbria, one of the danger men as well. Asa getting the ball out to Handy. Getting tackled there by Matteo. An inside ball, crash ball through George Pringle. But not quite a turnover as Cardiff Met have given away another penalty. Worrying to give away this many penalties in your own 22?
Yeah, hopefully it won't carry on. Definitely gives them a foot in the game. They're looking for the corner again, but don't know whether the ref is just trying to give them a bit of an advantage maybe.
Nice to see some of the women's rugby team in the crowd here tonight. And we would like to congratulate many Cardiff, former and present Cardiff Met women's rugby players who have had retainer contracts recently. Caitlin Lewis, current player for Cardiff Met, Beth Lewis and Gwen Crabb, and then former players Keris Hale as well are retainers, and then Jazz Joyce, the superstar for GB7's team over the summer. She has got a full-time contract with the WRU. Good to see the women getting recognition in the game, finally.
Definitely, 100%. Shows that rugby is a growing sport and not just for the boys.
Scrum here for Cardiff Met. Oh, for Northumbria, I do apologise. There seems to be an injury as well on this near side. Joe Locke. He's doing his hair up And a fantastic mullet there. What do you reckon of that? Could you pull it off, Ali?
I'm not sure. Don't know if a mullet's for me.
Short back and sides?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Nah, happy days.
Joe Locke doesn't have short back and sides, but he's back, ready to go with his hair in the burn there.
I think the ref likes a short back and sides as well.
Scrum here for Northumbria. It's hard not to laugh when Ali Stacey comes up with that sort of comment. Northumbria trying their best to get over the line. Davciuetti with a brilliant tackle. They're going quickly here into Handy. Can he get it out? The ball's been distributed out to the winger. Ethan Morgan, and the ball, is it over the line? What's the lino saying? And he's saying it's a try. Northumbria have a try, their first point of 2022 in the corner. It was coming, they were pressing in the last 5. They won a couple of penalties, and Cardiff Met were not strong enough in the end to hold them off.
Boys would be disappointed with that. I think that's just come through ill discipline and a few too many penalties in our 22.
Yeah, the first carry there from Handy being tackled by Davciuetti, but then just not quite enough man force there, I guess, from Ethan Morgan, and Roma Zheng couldn't quite hold him off. It's hard to see if it was a try not from this angle, but the ref and the lino came to a conclusion that it was. Cardiff Met 15, Northumbria 5, with 12 minutes to go in this second half. I will give you at home a heads up, as I always do, that our score clock isn't quite as accurate as the one you see in the background, saying there's just under 12 minutes to go, while we have just over 8 minutes. So we will try and keep you updated with the time. The ball out here to Northumbria. Obana. Oh, he's just about spilt it forward. Unfortunate there for Northumbria. As mentioned earlier in the game, Obana was the danger man playing for Newcastle Falcons. Made his debut against Gloucester last year. But it does show the quality of BUCS Super Rugby in general, doesn't it, to have players of that stature playing week to week, isn't it?
Definitely, 100%, and acts as a good platform for everyone, and him playing here today will be a great test for our backline to see if they can contain him.
This second half of the season, there's a lot of third years, potentially fourth years, that will be looking potentially to get some professional contracts. Do you think the intensity of this league will go up a gear now because of that rivalry between, like, almost inter-club and between the other teams for those contracts?
I think this part of the season, boys are definitely looking to secure something after uni, but I think with a salary cap and COVID and clubs struggling with funding, it's definitely going to be difficult for some of the boys to secure something coming out of university.
Yeah, fingers crossed that many players from both sides here tonight can secure professional contracts going into next year. Another interesting haircut there from one of the Met lads. Seemed to be not wrapped up very warm either, just in a shirt and jacket. Couldn't be me. Harry Sutherland here with a line out, hoping to give Met another chance to attack Northumbria. Telfer takes the ball with ease. McPhee demands the ball. He wants to play. Which way will he go? And he's gone himself. Oh, great vision. And it's inside to Wildrig. Can he go all the way? He's pumping the legs. And is he over the line? It looks to be slightly short. And knocked on there by Wildrig. Unfortunate. Joe Locke can't believe it. Powerful run there from Heath McPhee.
It's a good spot from him, and good support run by Riggy there, but just shame not to get the try.
Great thinking there from McPhee, giving 16 the eyes. Billy Nichols has just come on. Oh, again, it's difficult to see from our angle if that was over or not, but, well, Rig was convinced, wasn't he, that it was another try. Shenton seems to be the one to make way for Joe Locke. With 2 tries so far tonight, do you think he'd be disappointed not to be given the opportunity to look for a hat-trick?
I think he definitely would have tried to look for the hat-trick tonight, and if he did, he would have a new nickname, Patrick.
A scrum here for Northumbria on their own line. Oh, Cardiff Met with a dominant scrum. And they cleared it away. Northumbria take as much ground as they can, but Brad Denty is there to take it. Steph Davis, can he produce some magic like he did in the first half? He's been tackled well by Northumbria. Roma Zheng with a big carry, always keen to take on any defenders. Oh, crash ball from Telfan. The ball is out with Steph Davis again. A good step. Is that a high tackle? It is. The referee agrees. Ethan Morgan again, almost creating a fantastic opportunity again for Cardiff Met. It's fast-paced rugby, isn't it, tonight? Everyone wants to get the ball down and carry on playing rugby as much as they can.
I think it's great conditions for it as well. No wind, no rain. Boys will be looking to keep it in hand.
And it's gone dead there, just over the back. Again, another case of going for glory, maybe.
Yeah, maybe just shin that one, not too sure.
Coming into the last few minutes of the game here tonight, just under 7. Cardiff Met with a commanding 50-5 score currently, but have been pressing for some more tries. The scrum for Northumbria. The referee calls for a reset. Do you understand what's going on at this point in the scrum? Some idea?
I'm not really too sure. I just think it's a few boys in the front row trying to have a break almost.
Yeah, getting their breath back. Charles Islands had his hands on his hips.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd fancy in the front row.
Was he fancied in the front row back in the day, do you think?
Yeah, I think pre-season coming into it, he fancied himself scrummaging, but I think he may have been turned over by a few boys.
The ball is out here for Northumbria, hoping to get into the Cardiff Met half. Obana again carrying the ball effectively, but he's been chopped down by Cardiff Met. The aerial route is chosen. Roma Zheng, he's under it, doesn't quite catch it on the full, but has the ball in hand now. A fantastic impact there from Hoyt for Northumbria. Cardiff Met still have possession of the ball. Matau. McVie again with the platform. Ethan Morgan now, a long ball into the 22 for Northumbria. Big chop there from Will Rigg. Always keen to get into the action with the tackles. Is the ball gone there? And the linesman just calls it. Almost a magnificent save from Zach Thompson, but the ball has gone out of play. With just under 5, I will let you know, Ali, I will be asking you for the man of the match in a couple of minutes, so start thinking of maybe...
No worries.
They are your mates, so don't pick anyone too controversial maybe, or... But with plenty of tries to choose from, well, everyone's played pretty well tonight, haven't they, to be fair?
Yeah, everyone's put a great shift in, and especially after Christmas, you'd think some boys have some cobwebs, but clearly not.
Yeah, 55 score as a first game after Christmas. It's a good way to get back into it, isn't it? And gives a lot of the boys a chance to play. Almost a pinpoint pass there from McVie out to Denty, but just about a little bit forward there. Nice to see plenty of Archers, oddball hats as well about today. You've got yours on. Nice and snug, aren't they?
keep the head warm during training, and especially out there in the cold now. Great cause as well.
Yeah.
Great cause.
I'm sure you can get behind the cause as well on their website. And if you fancy one of these hats, Amber Ragazzo is the person to contact. The ball has been spilt forward from Northumbria, and it will be a Cardiff Met scrum in the dying embers of this game. Good to see plenty of new faces making starts for Cardiff Met tonight. Louis Weston, he's come on and he's played very well tonight, hasn't he, Louis Weston?
Yeah, he's been strong in the scrum and definitely in defence as well. Brings that physicality. He started off, I think, number 8 when he first come to us, but Alan Williams, who heads up the Scrum Academy or the Front Row Academy, saw potential in him and brought him into the front row.
Yeah, Louis Weston, fair plays, come on well. And to think he's started the season as a back row and gone on to play in the front row, it's very impressive. With just under 3 minutes, I think it's a good time with the scrum being set to decide potentially a man of the match. Ali, who's your man of the match?
I think there's been a few boys put their names up tonight. Ewan Shenton had a good game like he does every week. And I think Riggy's made some good carries, but I'd say Ethan Morgan at 10 has really brought that spark in attack and has had an excellent game.
He's been pulling the strings, hasn't he, from 10?
Yeah, both in his kicking game and his passing and his running game, he's definitely brought it.
It is. Can he catch up with Northumbria prop? Oh, fantastic run here from Northumbria's prop. Billy Nichols has gone all the way there from a Cardiff Met scrum in Northumbria's half. It's a shock to everyone here to think that's come from that dominant scrum all game. To think Met have been so stern in that scrum, it's quite a surprise to see Northumbria go all the way from that position.
Especially a prop as well, going 50, 60 metres there, fair play to him, but I think a few of the boys just falling complacent being this far into the game.
Yeah, managing to outpace the likes of Ethan Morgan, Ethan McVie, Dav Chuetti getting handed off there, but fantastic, powerful run there from Billy Nichols, who started the season captaining his side. Powerful run there from the prop. Cardiff Met will be disappointed to give away 2 tries after being, well, dominant in the game.
Yeah, the boys will be disappointed with that and letting Northumbria not into the game, but it's just a few cheap tries. But looking for an 80-minute performance is hard for any team, especially a university one.
And at any moment in the game as well, a team can just switch on the Jets and then they're away, aren't they, in this league? Every team have that capability of punishing teams quite easily.
Yeah, every player sort of has their little spark or their USP as such, where they could bring a moment of magic, and especially in a game like this, Northumbria, I don't know, needed more than a few moments of magic, I think.
Yeah, Cardiff Met have been totally in control of this game from the start. Having said that, they do give away another penalty. Pretty sloppy play there. Really in the last 5 minutes, they haven't been quite as effective as they were in the first half, have they?
No, I think fatigue may be kicking in. 50 points up as well. Boys may be taking their foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, those Christmas pies may be coming in.
I think a few boys had some, but obviously not too many with a 50 points to 12 win over Northumbria.
The referee has blown his whistle here at Kingscourt campus for full time. Cardiff Met have won 50-12 against Northumbria. A controlled win for Cardiff Met. First half, some fantastic rugby and a clean sheet, but in the second half, Northumbria have managed to get a couple of points, but Cardiff Met were the superior team in the end. Ali, what did you think of that game as a whole?
Oh, it's a great performance from the boys, and especially coming out of Christmas and our Christmas break we've had. It's good to get a win and hopefully kick off this side of Christmas with a positive.
Looking forward to games, 2 games on the bounce now, Leeds, Beckett and then Hartbury, 2 tough away games. How does this result put you in good stead then going forward into them?
I think it definitely gives the boys lifts them up, gives them some positivity. But I think Monday we'll have analysis and they'll look to pick out some positives and some negatives we can work on, and hopefully look to have a repeat of this next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday going up to Leeds Beckett. Do you think going away and staying over a night does it affect the team a lot?
I think we've had one away trip so far this season where we've stayed away. I think it was Durham, where the boys unfortunately lost. But I think especially with this win and the confidence we'll have going into next week, boys will definitely back themselves against Leeds.
Yeah, good win here for Cardiff Met. We're going to go pitch side now to Joe Penrose, who is with Ian Gardner.
Brilliant. Well, I'm here with head coach Ian Gardner. Brilliant game, thumping victory. How was that game for you?
Yeah, the scoreline is really pleasing. 50 points to 12. I think that we scored some really excellent tries. The last but one, I believe, was probably the pick of them. But a little bit of frustration in it as well. We probably didn't control things for the last 20 minutes, and led Northumbria, score 2 tries, which is a source of disappointment for us. But nevertheless, the job was to get a bonus point win. We'd done that well before half time, and so we're certainly pleased with that aspect.
So who were the stand-up players for you then?
I thought Bailey Marshall-Telfer up front was excellent all game. A couple of penalties in the contact area, but I thought his energy was excellent today. I thought the front five were dominant. Our set piece was very much on top of that, and that allowed us then to play a little bit. But as I said, it is a 15-man game, and overall we're happy, but there are definite work-ons there as well.
So then you've got 2 away games next. You've got Leeds Beckett and then you've got Hartbury. So what things are you going to kind of take away from this match, and what things are there to improve on for the next 2 away matches?
Yeah, there's little things, we got a bit more accurate, I think, at times. We went off script a few times in the first half in terms of the game plan, when we were probably trying to play a bit of width rather than sort of playing territory. And against the better teams, we can't afford to do that. And as you say, the next 2 weeks are massive for us, because they're the 2 teams who are in 5th and 6th place. So we really do need to up our game a little bit, because it probably won't be as it'll be a lot tougher in Leeds Beckett next week.
So you've got a lot of uncapped players within the squad if you were returning from injury. How great is it that you've got such a huge kind of squad to choose from? And is it difficult to pick teams every week?
Well, the champ team on Saturday who played against Trebanos was probably the best performance of the season by them, and there's certainly boys in that squad who are knocking on the door, so it is exciting for us. It's great to see some of the champ boys stepping up. Cian Richards at 9 tonight, Steph Davis at fullback, and I thought both them played exceptionally well tonight as well, so we're really pleased with our production line, as it were, and the way the players are developing.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining me. That's absolutely brilliant, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Right, so we're going to move back to Griff on commentary, and Ali, over to you guys.
Brilliant to hear there from Ian Gardner, head coach here at Cardiff Met. And we've just seen the team there with the fans doing the thunderclap. What is it like, the relationship between the players and the ultras?
The relationship between the players and the ultras is massive, and I think the players really play for them, and the ultras look forward to a BUCS game every Wednesday night.
And it's brilliant to have, on them close away games. You came away to Swansea, all them, well, a good gang of them were there as well. Do you hope that potentially, not next week, maybe a week after, at Hartbury away, some of the boys might be able to come down and give you an extra lift?
Yeah, I think a few of the boys may be planning on a away trip to Gloucester, but it'd definitely be, the boys would appreciate it massively if they turned up.
Yeah, so far this season it seems as if maybe it's made a big difference. All the games we've won have been in front of a big crowd of Met supporters. Do you think having that 16th man is elusive in this team's, morale and the way they play?
I think it definitely helps, definitely gives the players a boost when things aren't going our way. Tonight maybe not as much with us dominating so well, but definitely when our backs against the walls, we look to the ultras to give us that boost.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Ali. And we're just going to go back pitch side now to Joe Penrose with Bailey Marshall-Telfer.
Brilliant. Well, I'm here with Bailey Marshall-Telfer. Congratulations on another huge win, thumping victory. What was it like playing tonight?
It's a tough game to start the year off with, but we needed to get some points on the board, build into the next couple of weeks. A bit disappointed with how the end of the second half went, because we really wanted to keep the scoreboard down to 0 for them. But obviously there's a lot of stuff to build on from, but it's a great start to the year.
So what do you think it was that kind of changed in the second half, perhaps, that meant that you couldn't kind of keep them fully scoreless?
I think it was a bit of complacency. We talked about keeping the pens down at half time, but the pens kept creeping in. So it's just something we need to keep out of the game, really. We talk about it before the game, so we really need to stick to that game plan.
Well, you still got a bonus point. You've extended your unbeaten streak at home. So what made you so untouchable tonight?
I think it's just the way we build into it from the week. We're always on it, holding those standards, the standards in training, always on each other's backs, especially when we've got the ultras behind us. It's like a 16th man out there, so with them behind us we can do anything.
So you've consistently been part of the squad for quite a while now, so have you seen the team adapt over the last few weeks and perhaps kind of get to this point where they can have such a huge scoreline?
It's definitely been a work in progress. We struggled a bit in pre-season, especially going into Christmas when we played Durham and Loughborough. It was a couple of tough weeks for us, but we just licked our wounds there and tried to build on it when we come into the new year and just go as well as we can.
So what are you hoping to kind of maybe implement and change going into 2 away games that are going to be potentially quite difficult, and what are you hoping to kind of do maybe differently or do the same as tonight then?
I think we struggled a bit away from home. So when we go into these away trips, it's all about our preparation, going into them, making sure the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes we're on it, so we don't get caught cold at the start of the game, and we can just build from there.
Brilliant. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations on a win. Brilliant. So congrats Cardiff Met once again. We leave you with the news this Friday. The Archers play their first fixture in a newly formed league, which is the first of its kind in women's disability sport in Europe. From all of us here, thanks for joining. Nostar, good night.